time. We're getting ready to start Chapter 5, Crystals Beyond Beginners. So we're going to wait a little bit to hit the 12 noon mark so people that were planning on coming spit spot on time can get online with us. We're still setting up a little bit over here. Hey, I just want to say I am so grateful. I don't know how many of you know exactly where the Crystal Garden is located, but we were literally 100 miles. Was it 100 or?
Yeah, 100? A little bit less.
About one point it was about 89 miles or something from when Hurricane Dorian was off of our coast. So straight, like they draw a line and it was 89 miles away, which is not far at all. I mean, so close. And so, you know, I want to just express so much gratitude. I know that a lot of us were praying all over probably the world because many of you are tuning in from places like Italy and Canada and Hong Kong and such. And, you know, we did do a meditation with the Mitchell Hedges Crystal Skull specifically to, you know, bless that Dorian would not hit any land masses, unfortunately. The devastation, man, in the Bahamas is just, what can I say?
Profound.
Nothing. Profound. Or I could use your silly word you used before. I won't use that one. I'm not sure that that's a full total word. I have to
it's
look
not.
It up.
It's not. I make them up all the time.
She made up some words. So Kate is here with me. She co-hosts this with me. She stays behind the scenes because that's where she wants to be.
Yes.
Yes. She's like, yes.
Yep.
But just so you know, she looks gorgeous today. Her beautiful blonde hair. She's got the fancy schmancy iPad, and everything matches. And the color is this, right? This matches everything she's got going on.
Literally everything.
In fact, she's the one that chose the color for our office. Across the hall was our administrative office and where we have the wholesale and retail, you know, management there. And of course the room is a beautiful seafoam green.
Yes.
So we're all peaceful while we work.
Yeah. Ode to the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah. Ode to, thank God we are blessed. That would have been, literally, I would not be here right now.
Nope.
I mean,
we
hopefully our physically would have been alive. Bobo, a lot of people, a lot are buried in the rubble of the disaster.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I would like to recommend, if you haven't already, which you probably have, is to pray for the souls of the departed. They probably had extraordinary fear. It was probably extremely scary to beyond nightmarish. I would say hell-like, probably. So the more that we pray for people on their, you know, transition through to the dimensions to the next place, that they find peace and they find their way to Great Spirit, God, Goddess, Creator, and blessings on their journey. Yes. So are we at the 12 noon mark?
We are. Yeah.
Excellent. So we can officially start the Chapter 5 of Crystals Beyond Beginners. And this is a subject today that is near and dear to my heart because my very first book is Chakra Awakening. And this whole book is compiled in very condensed into Chapter 5 here. But if you wanted to read and get deeper into understanding about the chakras and how to work with color and crystals to balance and align yourself, including aromatherapy and the power of positive thought in the book Chakra Awakening, and as the subtitle says, transform your reality using crystals, color, aromatherapy, and the power of positive thought. And I teach a lot of courses on this subject. And so today I'm going to do a quick overview. And please have your questions ready. So one of the the beginning part of this chapter, I have a subheading that's when do you do a crystal alignment? Pretty much any time you want. It's always a good time to get balanced, you know. But if you're feeling out of sorts or things are getting chaotic and you're feeling like, I can't quite focus or whatever, that's a great time to do a crystal alignment. And this chapter gives you step-by-step directions. In fact, the social media post that I created has the cover of my CD on that subject, because I also have a CD and audio that's called Chakra Balance Crystal Alignment. And, she's going to mic in the screen. Is she going to get in? No, she's not going to do it. Look at that. Did you see her hand at least? An arm? So if you wanted to have guidance, because this has a nice description in it, like 20 minutes or so of me explaining about how to do a crystal alignment, and then it takes you through the whole process, a guided imagery meditation. But I also provide that right here in this book, so you can read through this and get familiar with what you could think about, how you could focus for each chakra. In fact, I'll probably go into that in a minute too. So how to choose crystals for crystal alignment. So that's the next subheading in this chapter. So take a look here. What I've done is I basically created a little lineup of each of the chakras. And so at the crown of the head, you can use the colors, I'll just say generally speaking, clear stones, white stones like selenite, moonstone would work, clear quartz crystals, amethyst, dark navy blue stones like lapis lazuli or sodalite, and the crown chakra and the third eye chakra overlap with colors. I mean, everything is so close. Here's the crown, and then in the middle of your brain is the third eye center. So fluorite is a great one for the third eye. The sodalite, this is azurite, malachite, apatite, which is a teal color. Amethyst, I like amethyst almost anywhere, to be honest with you. I mean, it's good for transforming and transmuting challenging situations. So with that being said, you could also do a chakra alignment with one type of stone. Let's say you could choose all calcites in its various colors that it comes in. You could get a clear calcite or optical calcite. You could get another clear calcite for the third eye, or maybe a blue one, a light blue one at the throat, a green, pink at the heart, the yellow. So a lot of stones come in all the different colors of the rainbow, is my point. So you can even do it where you're using just clear quartz for the whole entire balancing. Maybe you need more love in your life. You can use rose quartz for the whole entire balancing, which would feel really good. Very, very loving. And so just to finish going through this, so at the throat chakra, choosing stones that are blues and turquoises, so pastel blue like angelite, chrysocolla, literally turquoise, blue lace agate or blue chalcedony. There's another one that's coming, aquamarine. Amazonite, yeah. Amazonite, good for telling the truth, speaking the truth, knowing your truth, living your truth. I like that a lot. So here at the heart chakra, anything that's pink or green. So we have rose quartz, green calcite, malachite, pistachio. I love that. Pistachio calcite. I'm not surprised that it's your favorite, Kate. It's your color.
It's my color, yeah.
We have phosphiterite here, which I just like to say. Phosphiterite. Rhodonite, fluorite, so green fluorite. These are blues and purple fluorites, and this is green fluorite. Unakite, ruby and zoisite, and clear quartz I put here too as a reminder that the clear quartz can travel the chakras.
Just amplifying.
Amplifying, exactly. You're right. The solar plexus, the primary color is yellow, so the yellow gemstones like orange calcite, which can be a paler yellow color, citrine, which I have here twice, actually 3 times, amber, which I have both here and there, so amber can work at the solar plexus as well as at the navel chakra. And then I have some purple stones here too, because I wanted to remember to mention, you'll see it in the book, there's a diagram of complementary colors. So you can use an opposing color, an opposite color, to help bring more balance. So I have lepidolite here at the solar plexus twice. These both are lepidolite, which is lithium mica. Really great for calming those moods, calming back and forth vibe of like overly, well, bipolar type behavior, let's say, to sum it up quickly, you know.
Extremes,
where
mood swings.
Mood swings, exactly. Extremes and mood swings. That's citrine. And then we have an amethyst. So you can use amethyst at the solar plexus as a complementary vibration.
Or ametrine would be good.
Ametrine would be very good. That's what I was looking for. Remember when we were digging
Oh,
through?
that was the heart you were looking for.
The heart I was looking for, because I have an ametrine heart that's super pretty. That might be, oh no, that is my oracle. I was going to say it might be in my Gemstone Oracle, but that whole pile is my Gemstone Oracle.
I wonder
Thinking of the bags. It's probably in there. It better be. So at the navel chakra, orange is the primary, vibe or color that you use. So I have an amber there. So I want to talk about amber for both the solar plexus and the navel. I just did a workshop on being an empath, and everybody pretty much is an empath, just so you know. We're all empaths, and some it's more profound and more intensely amplified than others. And being an empath means that you pick up on the feelings, emotions, sensations that other people are having. And sometimes it's hard to discern what's mine, what's yours, how do I deal with it when other people's energy is glomming onto me, or you. So amber is one of my favorite gems for that purpose, is to help to kind of separate that vibration of this is your space, this is my space, help yourself to be clear on what's what. Because if you know it's not yours, then it doesn't affect you quite in the same way. If you think that your emotional upset or your feelings that you're having are your own, that's much more intense than if you realize, yes, you can be empathetic for someone else if they're experiencing that, but you don't have to take it on. And this amber is very good for not taking it on. And I like that at both the solar plexus chakra and the navel, also known as the sacral chakra. And to help keep, because we also often feel that in our gut. And if you have stomach upsets or like we say in Italian, agitation, agitare. And tiger's eye is also helpful in both the navel and the solar plexus, because it's very good at deflecting energy that is not ours, keeping negative vibes off of us. Carnelian is my favorite at the navel chakra, also known as the sacral chakra, because it's very good for activating creative vibrations, to help you give birth to your ideas and be able to bring it forth into the world. And I also have a red goldstone here, just because it's pretty. Red goldstone is actually glass, and it's man-made glass made out of copper sulfide, and it is very effective for helping you to shine your light brightly and have the courage to show your creative nature, to show who you truly are. And I think that's important for everybody. Yeah. And then at the root chakra are all mostly the black stones, but also red stones like rubies and garnets, as well as hematite and black tourmaline and black obsidian and pyrite. And this is sardonyx. And this one is black tourmaline. So those are good for grounding, being focused and grounded and feeling safe and sound and secure. So that's my super duper fast overview. And so I thought it would be good to pause now instead of just me being chatty Cathy over here. Actually, that's pretty much everything in that chapter. Does anybody have any questions?
We have some comments and one question.
Okay.
Rosemary Higgins-Tubbs is joining from the Albany Airport.
Oh, happy trails.
Yes. Safe travels. Mabel says, hi, Margaret.
Hi, Mabel.
Karen says, hi. She said, just reading through your sample meditation calmed me down and made me feel lighter.
Nice.
So that's always good. And she asks, would you use all calcite if you're going through a change to help you through it?
That's good. What do you think? Did I plug you into the... I didn't ask her to ask that question, but you're so good. You study so well. That's our Karen up in...
Karen Maynard.
Yeah. Cool. Yes, absolutely. Because calcite is known as a gemstone that's really great for helping with transitions or changes in life. So you could use calcium, and that's one of the reasons I picked that one. You picked up on that, Karen, because we're always going through change. Life is, we're constantly changing. So, yeah, that's a good idea for changes.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Johanna Del Busto says hi.
Hi, all the way from Miami. Hi.
And Catalina says amber is the best.
You like amber? I like it too. I have my bracelet, and I have 2 sets of malas made out of that just because it's so yummy and it makes me feel so, like, enveloped in a bubble of goodness and well-being. But so do a lot of rocks, so I could probably tell you that for another rock.
Yeah, they don't really have a downside.
No,
There's not a...
doesn't appear that way. It doesn't appear that way. So yeah, so you know what Karen brought up about reading, that she, by reading that section of the sample crystal alignment, that is a good way just to rebalance. You don't even have to put the gemstones on. You could just read that section of that chapter, and it will help as like a little mini meditation, and you will feel lighter because it takes you through the process. You know, I like to do crystal, well, it's not crystal alignment, it's more of a chakra balancing in the shower. You know, just to run through each one of the chakras and contemplate each one for a moment. And you know, the color is red at the root. I'm clearing any negative energy, helping me to ground and be able to take action on what I need in life. And orange at the navel so that I can express and give birth to my creative nature. And yellow at my solar plexus to be very self-confident and feel comfortable and shining my light to be all that I can be, to live to my full potential. Green and pink at my heart to align with love and be love, and remember that my true nature is love and that I emanate love with anything and everything that I do. And so it helped me be mindful throughout my day and being love. The throat chakra, that I'm mindful of how I speak and the tone of my voice, and that's a biggie for me. I'm such a expresser in certain ways that it can be offensive, and I really work on that one on a regular basis. But at least I know. Awareness is the key.
Yeah.
And so the blue with the throat, say it again?
That's the way you change it.
That is the way you change it, is awareness, exactly. And the third eye center, that I should be aligned with higher consciousness and the intuition, and use my intuition in daily life experiences. And then the crown chakra, that it's cleared with white light and being all sparkly and shiny, and that I'm tapped into the divine, and the divine is flowing through me throughout the day. And that's pretty fast. If you could just remember the colors of the rainbow, you could do a chakra balancing with fairly good ease. And then you don't even need crystals, although I like to have crystals. But you can also have crystals as an alignment without it literally being on your body. You can just say it again?
Just visualize them.
Visualize them. And also, if you do have some crystals, you could create a crystal alignment setup in front of you at your desk and have a little bit of, as a reminder, because I sit at a desk often, so that's why I say at your desk. So it might not work. Oh, we don't need 2 of those. It might not work, you know, if you're driving in a car, although maybe you could, like, putty it onto your dashboard. And, you know, like, you just have a lineup of gemstones that could be your reminder, or they could all be in a little bowl that brings your awareness. Mm-hmm. That's all I have to say. Yeah. No more questions? Cuestiones?
Johanna Del Busto says, Margaret, could you speak about Rutilated Quartz a little?
I would love to. So Rutilated Quartz is clear quartz with rutile needles running through it. And the rutile, to me, are a vibration. It's not always clear quartz. Mine is a smoky that I have at my house on my desk. I actually keep one on my desk by where I work. And those rutile needles that are typically gold, although they can be more copper-colored or black, they, to me, are about taking action, activating, giving more energy to, and staying focused in the process. So that's why I have a, when I'm sitting at my monitor, I have a smoky quartz, really high quality one, but the rutiles are very, very obvious. And I use it with intention, with the intention that I do stay and focused on the subject at hand, and that even in my creative process, because I'm the type of creative process person that is a little here, a little there, a little there, a little there, and it's like, and then I have to bring it back to focus so I can achieve and get things done, and that Rutilated is my reminder to stay on task and keep going forward, because it takes a lot to put a manuscript together, and so sometimes when I get I get distracted and write in all different, and it's not really a distraction, but I'll go all over the manuscript. I might start, if you, let's say with A, but then I think of something that needs to be in the category of D. So let me move down and work in that section of the manuscript for a little while and jump around. But then I need to bring it back together so I am doing it in order eventually. Mm-hmm. So I'm applying it to my work sitting at my desk. But you probably have that situation somehow in your own life. I mean, don't you have that? Yes. Because especially on days that I'm here, constantly talking to Kate. She's my lovely assistant. We have to communicate, yeah. But it's hard for her to get stuff done when I'm constantly talking to her.
I just make the running list and then I do it the rest of the day.
She's got, what is that? That's one of those iPads that you can write on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's got it all figured out. As long as she has it figured out, that's all that matters. And she still laughs a lot, so that's good.
Yes.
Good. Do you have any questions?
Yes. A couple of days before the storm, my sister died. It was a bad accident, and she fell in her house down the flight of stairs. And anyway.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, thank you. I was just wondering if there was a crystal or something, I don't know what, but something, not that I could talk to her through, but I wasn't there. They cremated her. They called me 4 days later, so
wow.
She was out of it, and they thought it was better there in D.C. I'm here. But anyway.
And you didn't even know that she was leaving the planet. I'm so sorry. Okay, so yes, there are. In fact, this is one that I've been holding the most. So like tabular quartz are good for mind-to-mind and heart-to-heart communication. So that could work with communing with your sister that is in the next dimension. Phosphiterite, which I happen to be holding a little while ago too, is good for mourning and the grief process. And I would stay mostly with like clear quartz or all the quartz family, like rose quartz, amethyst. You probably have some of these already. Okay. So pull those out, hold on to it, just like, play with it, but kind of visualize her in front of you and in your mind's eye, almost like a holographic image, and mind to mind and heart to heart. And if you have something that you want to say to her, or just that you want to be with her, to send her blessings on her journey to the next part, and if you want to give her permission to talk to you in your dreams or whatever, so that you can hear, sense, or know if she has a message for you.
Is there anything where I hear that if you let go of the sad situation, she can move on to wherever she has to go, and you're not holding her back by...
Do you feel like you're holding her back?
No, everything is so strange because I wasn't there. She died. I talked to her 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden she wasn't there.
Right. So when you have communication with her, commune with her, you're connecting with her, make it clear in your own intentions that this is not to hold her back from her journey, but more to send her blessings with her as she goes on her journey. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There is a difference. And so I'm glad that you asked that question, because sometimes people are more in the mode of, stay here near me, I want you here. And no, we don't want to keep them here. They need to continue on their journey.
Okay.
But the praying for them on their way and asking for angels and guides to be surrounding them and shining light on their path. Did you want to share something? I thought you were about to say something.
Not necessarily. Just maybe asking for, like if you want to say a final thing, maybe come in my dreams or something like that, however you're comfortable getting messages.
I like doing it in dreams too.
Yeah, it makes it easier, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We're more open and...
And the thing is that we never got along.
You never did?
Never.
Oh.
No. We talked to each other a few times a year, but she was the older sister, and there were always problems.
So, well, if there's anything that you want to say, so that's not an issue going forward into other lifetimes. Or
Right. I mean, I just don't know.
to clear the energy, yeah.
Well, I'll try the crystal quartz, and I have a big rose quartz. Yeah, I use that.
Nice. So that way that what remains is the love between you and that all the rest can just fall away.
Yeah.
That it's a heart-to-heart kind of a connection versus personality.
Yeah.
Good? Sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't here for your empath. Otherwise, I would have the
Oh, yeah.
class you had. I really, really wanted to come.
I'll probably repeat it. This room was packed. We went
Yeah.
full to capacity. We were even like, can we fit any more chairs in here? Let's squeeze them close. And originally, so we had an empath class here. What did it? Empath survival.
Empath's Guide to Self-Care, I think
Guide
is what
to
you ended up.
self-care.
I wanted to do Guide to Survival. I think we thought
But
that
that
was
might
too.
be somebody's title of a book. Even
Yeah.
though book titles
Yeah.
are not copyrighted, I found out.
Oh,
Did you know that?
no.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
shortly after Chakra Awakening came out, somebody created a Chakra Awakening CD, and I contacted my publisher, and I'm like, is this okay? And they're like, yeah, you can't copyright titles.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
anyway, so the Empath's Guide to Self-Care, which is really
Yeah.
what it was
Yeah.
about. So I will probably repeat it because it did have such a big impact and it did help a lot of people. I just don't know when yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that somebody asked for us to do it online.
Yeah, I was
Remember we
thinking
got that email?
Yeah.
So that one might be more, it will be paid for, that one. But
Yeah.
we'll try probably have it at a nice reasonable price and maybe practice with some Zoom. I haven't done any Zoom classes yet.
Yeah. Or we can just do it straight up on the Academy. You
Yeah,
know,
we
just
could.
record a thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what Kate's saying is that I can create one on the Academy of the Spiritual Arts. So do you know I have an online academy? Academy of the Spiritual Arts.com, and there's a lot of content in there and
Yes.
very, very good prices. When I see what other similar facilitators have out there, you'll get a lot more bang for your dollar at the Academy of the Spiritual Arts.
Instant access, lifetime access, so yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Instant access, lifetime access. Good point, Kate. Any other questions or comments that I need to know about before we close?
No more questions. Karen and Catalina both send their condolences and light and love.
Thank you so much. Very kind.
Good. All right. Well, I thank all of you for watching and being part of this. I really like doing this because I know some of you can't necessarily make it down here or over here that easily, and some of you are just in a whole nother country. Because we
Yeah.
do have a regular that watches from Italy. She's
Yeah.
not on
I
today.
think she actually is. She said she was having a busy day and she's going to catch the replay.
Oh, good.
Tiziana.
Okay. Tiziana. Nice to see you, sort of, kind of. All right. Well, thanks again, and I'll see you soon next week for meditation. And is it next week?
No. Probably
Kate's
not.
going on
Yeah.
vacation. So I'll see you in 2 weeks for another chapter of the book.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.